Yo guys, we just got one of the craziest leaks in Blox Fruits history, and 3 new fruit were leaked by the owner. But before that, if you want a chance to win a permanent pain fruit, you must watch this video till the very end. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below a secret code that I will reveal somewhere at the very end. I will be picking a random winner, so stick around because this one is going to be insane. So let's get into it. Recently, a picture of Rip Indra's profile got leaked, and at first glance it looks normal, until you start paying attention to the details. We already know from previous leaks that he had the celestial fruit equipped, which we've talked about before, and that my game 43 had the Oni fruit. Those two alone are already massive reveals. But if you look under the fruits mastered section on Indra's profile, you can clearly see something that no regular player can have. It says 45 fruits mastered. That's right, 45. Now for every normal player in the game, there are only 41 fruits available. So how is it possible that Rip Indra's account shows 45? That's 4 extra fruits we don't know about, and only 2 of them, Celestial and Oni, are confirmed. That leaves 3 fruits completely unaccounted for, which means the devs are hiding something big and very deliberate. Let's break this down cleanly. The first fruit is obviously Celestial, which we've seen on Indra's profile, and we know Admin E has shown off moves that match Celestial's visuals. The second fruit is Oni, spotted on my game 43's account. That leaves us with 3 unknown fruits. Because the community already has so many false guesses and duplicates floating around, I did the research and removed fruits that are already confirmed in-game. So no Kitsune, no Gravity, no Hydra, no Sound. And now I'm going to give you 3 fresh, wild, but realistic possibilities that actually feel like something the devs would add next. Theory 1, Time Fruit. One of the most logical and terrifying possibilities is a Time Fruit. This is a recurring fantasy in the community because time mechanics open up so many gameplay options. Short-range time freezes, brief rewinds, slowing fields, or even time burst projectiles that explode after a delay. Time mechanics could be used defensively to undo a heavy hit, or offensively to trap players in a slowed bubble and combo them to death. From a design standpoint, time would be complex, but it is exactly the sort of special fruit that the devs would hide on admin accounts while they perfect cooldown windows, balancing counters, and anti-abuse mechanics. If one of those 3 unknown fruits is time, expect it to come with long cooldowns, unique counters, and cinematic VFX that look like shattered clocks and warped space. In PvP, a properly implemented time fruit would force entire meta reworks because timing, not just damage, becomes everything. Theory 2, Phantom/Illusion Fruit. The second strong candidate is a Phantom or Illusion Fruit. The devs have already toyed with mechanics that mess with perception and position, control being the best example. So an Illusion Fruit that spawns clones, creates fake hitboxes, or temporarily swaps models would be perfect. Imagine an ability that spawns multiple decoys that each take a fraction of damage, or an ultimate that turns the battlefield into a mirror maze, confusing damage targeting for all enemies inside. Illusion mechanics would be incredible for both PvP and content design because they reward mind games and prediction. If this fruit exists, we could see a moveset that blends mobility, misdirection, and traps, not raw AoE numbers, which keeps it balanced while being insanely fun and cinematic. It's exactly the kind of fruit that devs would prototype internally and hide on an owner account until they nail the netcode and detection. Theory 3, Storm/Tempest Fruit. The third candidate is a Storm or Tempest fruit. Think wind plus weather control condensed into a fruit kit. Wind mechanics are versatile, push-pull effects, directional gusts that interrupt combos, high-speed dash mechanics, and even sustained area storms that slow or blind. A Storm fruit could anchor new map mechanics too: wind tunnels for traversal, storm zones for special raids, and VFX-heavy attacks like tornadoes or electrified squalls. In practice, this fruit could balance mobility with control, great at repositioning and disrupting, but with counters like grounded long-range snipes or range stuns. From a design standpoint, Storm is also visually stunning and stream-friendly, which checks the devs' box for spectacle when dropping marquee fruits. Now take a step back and think about what Indra's 45 really implies. These fruits are not just entries in a list, they are data in the game, with icons, names, possibly stats and moves. If the owner's profile shows them equipped, that strongly suggests the models and mechanics exist in some deployed or test state. The devs are clearly staging content, and that has huge implications for how Update 28 and beyond will roll out. Let's talk about release strategy next. The devs are notorious for staging big reveals and using the community's own digging as part of the hype cycle. Look at how Celestial and Divine Arts were teased via profiles and admin snippets. The likely plan here is one of 2 options. Either they will drop a multi-fruit mega update where 2, 3, or 4 fruits are released together, or they will stagger them across a few major patches with a sequence of events and raid content tied to each fruit. Either way, Indra's 45-45 is a deliberate tease to get everyone speculating, and it's working. Now think about how this would affect the PvP meta. Celestial alone will push AoE and burst meta further. Oni will probably focus on brute damage and tanky close combat power. Add a time fruit to the mix, and you suddenly have fights decided by timing windows rather than raw DPS. Add an illusion fruit and precision targeting becomes crucial again. Add a storm fruit and mobility and zoning become the new king. Each addition creates counters and counters to counters, and that is precisely what keeps a game alive. Continuous rock, paper, scissors shifts that force players to adapt. Expect to see new combo routes, new counter builds, and entire shifts in ladder meta when these fruits become public. And the economy, traders, get ready. The first few weeks after release will be chaotic. Celestial will be the instant flex. Oni will be top demand for bruiser fans, and whatever else drops will be rare and hot. Trading patterns that took months to form will flip overnight. Because of that, the devs might choose to gate some fruits behind events, fragments, or limited time raids to prevent immediate market collapse and to stretch the hype. Imagine fragment hunts, raid fragments, or limited boss spawns that unlock the new fruit. That is the kind of release model that keeps servers packed while still allowing the devs to control meta fallout. Let's get hypothetical for a moment and run through a few other wildcard possibilities that still feel grounded. Titan/Stone Fruit, a heavy form transformation. Huge damage but slow, perfect counter to mobility fruits. Mirror/Reflection Fruit steals or copies a single move from an enemy for a short period. Insane mind games. Aura Fruit, passive buffs that modify teammates' properties in a zone. Not directly damaging but meta-changing. Remember, the devs always prototype more than they release. The fact Indra's profile shows 45 suggests these prototypes have been matured, tested, and now are waiting for a launch window where they will cause maximum impact. That's why Update 28 is the obvious candidate for a major release, or it will be the centerpiece of a holiday mega event. So where do we go from here? The leak is real, the evidence is solid, and the discussion is heating up. YouTube, Discord, and Twitter are going to explode as soon as any of these fruits are officially revealed. If you want to ride this hype wave, plan content around both theory and reaction. Show the leaks, break down the evidence, and then publish a reaction video the moment the fruits drop. That is what drives views and retention in this game's community. To wrap it all up, Rip Indra's profile showing 45 fruits mastered confirms there are hidden fruits in the game. 2 are already visible, Celestial and Oni, and the other 3 are currently unknown. Based on patterns and internal design choices, likely candidates are Time, Phantom/Illusion, and Storm/Tempest, but the devs love to surprise us, so expect at least one truly unexpected entry. Whatever the reveal lineup ends up being, Update 28 or the next major event looks poised to be one of the biggest drops the game has ever seen. Drop your wildest guesses down below. I want to see what you think the remaining hidden fruits are. This is going to be the biggest topic in the community for weeks, and you do not want to miss it. And as promised, the giveaway code is 3 new fruits. Make sure you comment it down below for a chance to win that permanent pain fruit. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. And with that said, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.